My name's Tristan Kerr. I'm a type-based artist originally from Adelaide. I'm now practicing in Melbourne as well. I've been working with typography, street art and sign painting for the last 5 years now. After finishing design school, I spent some time abroad. Travelled to Switzerland and Paris, and I was fortunate to pick up work whilst I was there. I worked as a screen printer in Switzerland and also in a design studio in Paris for a number of years. So it was there I kind of spent my days walking the streets. I discovered the old sign painted shop fronts, the gold leaf sort of bakeries and patisseries, and all the abundance of arts and culture there. Just it was just overwhelmed me, and I just wanted to learn more about that world and continue practicing, in the creative world. So that's sort of what inspired me to sort of delve into this world of art and typography. Ceduna Aboriginal Arts Centre contacted me and engaged me in the project, and naturally I was pretty excited about working out here, and I'm a big fan of the West Coast, the surfing and the culture out here. So yeah, it was a pretty cool project to be involved in. Yeah, this was pretty unique because I was already working with artists, so they had their own understanding and techniques. So the idea was to combine sort of traditional Indigenous painting techniques fused with experimental typography. So we touched on constructing letters, brush techniques. We touched on a little bit about using aerosol, which is more sort of graffiti and street art, but it still relates in terms of letter forms. We used different found objects. We went out and found bits of timber, which we tried to paint with, foam brushes, the girls had got dot painting letters, so it was a pretty fresh and contemporary approach combining the two different art forms.
My name is Colette Gray, born here in Ceduna. I grew up here, and I'm originally from the Gugutha tribe. Well, I love painting with the earth colours and using the contemporary colours as well. In my art, I do it all about the area that I live in, where I was born, so I always call it my munda. So I'm always painting about this area. I also listen to the old-time, dreamtime stories that I can carry on to my children as they grow old and get them to get into art, and we carry on the dreamtime stories.
Hello, my name is Shondell. I'm from Kuniba. I've just started working with Cherie and the other ladies about art and pottery and lining printing. Started doing paintings about the mural on the Mitre wall. Yeah, I just found out something was new, so I came in and joined in, and it's fun, exciting.
My name's Cherie Jones. I'm originally from Western Australia, Carnarvon. I'm a Yamaji. Over the years, I've been coming backwards and forwards to South Australia and learning a little bit of this culture and Western Australia culture. And then I've come to Ceduna, to the Art Centre, to learn how to paint. I've been painting for 17 years now, and I love painting. My father's my inspiration for my art because he's a landscape artist. Coming to Ceduna Art Centre, I've learnt a lot of techniques, how to paint, and using pottery and latex and all different kinds of styles.
I'm Janine Gray, born in Kuniba. Went to school out there, done some schooling, then went to Ceduna School, Ceduna Area School, went to Year 9, then went to Emmanuel College. Then I started from there, just like my artwork, kept on going then. Because I'm an Aboriginal and I love Aboriginal artwork, I express it in the artwork I do. with the animals, what we eat, bush tucker and all that. This is the first mural I'm going to experience now that we're doing it. It's the first one.
My name's Francine Trelaw. I'm from Whyalla, and yeah, I've done a bit of artwork at primary and high school, and I've thought I'd come give it a go here in Ceduna at the Arts and Crafts. I'm a proud Aboriginal and my identity's from Deary. I've done a bit of artwork in primary and as well as high school, and I'm still learning a bit more. I've done a bit of sketching and dot paintings I do.
We covered brush lettering, letter construction, sign painting, you know, all those traditional sort of elements of fundamentals of painting letters. And then we covered sort of more experimental stuff using different found objects, you know, on canvas with paint. So that, I guess that was more a closer link to the girls using their dot paintings and more sort of gestural marks, I guess. Anything that was sort of flat would, you know, scrape along the canvas and try and, yeah, anything to emulate a brush, I guess, you know. Yeah, I think it's interesting to kind of tie in the, you know, Aboriginal culture sort of exists based around the land and, you know, using objects from the land, you know, instead of Western mediums and objects like brushes. So it was kind of interesting to sort of tie back to the land and using elements to try and create, you know, letters and artworks out of that.
Well, the good thing I learned about it was sign writing, neat sign writing. So that's things I'd use in the future for banners or for, yeah, party banners or NAIDOC banner or whatever needs to be used for, yeah. We've also been experimenting with latex in this workshop for the Way project as well. I'd use latex on my artwork because it gives it a different look, different texture.
This Way project is with tech and learning how to put do signs and different ways of how would you put a design on a big wall.
We did sign writing and lettering and painting, spray painting it, learning how to use the spray paint on the mural with Tristan Kerr.
Yeah, it was the first time I've combined like the skills development with the mural making. So I think the importance of that was because it was important to sort of forge sort of an understanding of the culture a bit more and get to know the girls, and I think that has kind of helped the overall result of the mural, you know, in a way, because it's helped bring ideas together, it's forged friendships, it's been a lot of fun too. So that process in the beginning really helped shaped everything, you know, at the end. It's the first time working with Aboriginal community. The experience has been amazing, like the positivity, enthusiasm, and just the overall fun we've had, you know, it's been a laugh, and, you know, hope we can continue more projects like that in the future. My connection was based around the water, and my avid passion for surfing, and the mural location being based on the foreshore. I thought it's a good platform to tie in some themes around the ocean and also the land, of course. So I think that tone really set the theme for the mural. Through a lot of discussion and workshopping with the girls, so I kind of discovered the word Willera for west,
Well, in this mural, we also wanted to incorporate language. We wanted to use language as to sending a message to the people in the community. Yeah, we've used the word Wullara. It stands for West in language. So we've got West Wullara in language and we've got Coast in English, so they understand that it's a name for West Coast.
It's about the water, like the Wana. It's about the sea and about the people of this country. It's Wurrungu country is around the coastal and not only because it's the far west and it's the most lovely place to be.
Wullara means west. It's on the west coast, what's happening around, going around in the township. It would reflect around Ceduna, Kuniva, Yellada, even the little homelands.
Representing our community and the sea, the land, the sun.
It represents everything, like Aboriginality and all cultures and stuff, yeah. Pretty happy with it, yeah.
For me, it's been really fulfilling. I've loved the engagement with all the community here, getting to know a little bit of the stories of all the women involved, and yeah, just the overall enthusiasm, energy that's gone into it, and the passion. So I think all those elements are really create a really dynamic and fun atmosphere. So yeah, it's been fantastic.
For reconciliation, NAIDOC week, we all get together, and I think this is a good thing on the wall so that when we celebrate our NAIDOC and our reconciliation, this is something we can also look back on and reflect it. So I've enjoyed working on this art project. I see it as a masterpiece because my children and my children's children be seeing this in the future.
Yeah, it is important. Working with Tristan and learning more things, what he's experienced and showing us so we could be professionals ourselves. The things that I've learned, to pass it on to the younger generations or to our children's and their generations.
Well, I think Tristan is very professional, the way he goes about doing his art, and I've learnt so much from him, and learning different styles and different techniques. That's something that I'll have all the time with me and I use in my art. And people always ask me, oh, what do you do at the art centre? Oh, I said, well, why don't you come in and have a look, and there might be something that you might take a good interest in and you might like that, but you've got to come in and find out yourself and see what's there on hand to offer.